My name is Dick Wood, and I was born in 1925 in Columbus, Ohio. And I went to Ohio State University and graduated in 1950.
So you are 99 now, correct?
Yeah, I'll be 100 in a couple of months.
Right, and you are still very active. I know you do dance classes, you do a million other things around here.
Margaret, my wife, found Friendship Village of Dublin. Moved here 20 years ago, and this is home for me.
How old were you when you enlisted?
17. My mother wasn't very happy about that, but my dad had been in World War I and very active in the war. At that time, the papers were full of the war and the concern over the Japanese attack in California. So I just felt that I wanted to do that so badly, and so I just did it. I was in charge of munitions as tail gunner. Our crew and two other crews did a lot of work together and practiced flights. And then we started flying combat out of New Guinea. When they'd hang up over the target, then I had to walk this little rail about this wide, and I couldn't wear a parachute because the parachutes were too big. So I had to walk that damn rail and hold on with one hand and lean over to pull those cords to let the bombs drop. And it was the worst experience I ever had in my life. The part that affected those of us that were in the war itself was the daily routine of facing death. One day, the ball turret gunner got hit, and I was in charge of first aid. I left the tail turret, went down to assist him. I just stepped down into the waist of the plane, and the tail turret blew up. Got hit into a million pieces. I'm talking seconds, and the waist gunner couldn't believe it. He could not believe what happened, and I couldn't either. The only hit of the damn war, and we flew 47 missions.
So when you returned from the service, you entered Ohio State.
When I returned home, OSU had started. So they allowed me to sign up, and the professor in the class that I was in asked me if I'd stay after class. Really, really a nice guy. I'll never forget him. And he said, "You are never awake." He said, "You're always sleeping in the class." And I was unaware of that. I wasn't aware that I was sleeping the entire time. So he sent me over to the hospital, to the OSU hospital, and that was my first experience with PTSD. I had a bad case of that.
What did they call it? Combat fatigue?
Yeah, it was called combat fatigue at that time. And I was struggling so that I dropped out of school, and my aunt and uncle had farms down in Chillicothe. And so I went back and worked on the farm all summer. My uncle had a beautiful home down there, and I slept out on the screen porch. He came out on the porch and read to me. He had an amazing library, and he would come out and read various books to me and got me interested in various things and subjects, and I think he restarted me. If it's possible, I think I got a restart there. Went back and signed up and started the school, and all went well. I had a wonderful experience, and I had something in my 4 years that I'll never forget. I was very involved in fencing and enjoyed that, and I was a member of Phi Delta Theta fraternity, which was a lot of fun and very good social life. The people that were at Ohio State were so important to me, and it's interesting that two of them were professors, but they were guides in my life, really, at a time when I needed that. That's why I left money for students, because the university was so important to me. It changed my life. I was about 21 years old when I first started meditation.
Would you credit meditation with partly why you are so strong and active at 99?
Definitely. It's been a very important part of my life, and I became very interested in doing that kind of work. I wanted to help anyone dealing with PTSD and teach and try to, I guess, pay back for surviving the war. Another really, really deep breath and let it all out slowly.
Well, thank you, Dick. It's been wonderful getting to know you, but having this conversation.
This was really interesting. It was fun remembering.
And if I don't get to see you before December, I'm going to be the first to say happy birthday.
Thank you. That'll be a fun day.